Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Officer 24/7. My name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar, and we are currently on our YouTube channel JIB CIB English Medium. I hope I'm clearly audible. Everyone, we're going to talk about a very important topic today that is operational aspect of accounting. If I talk about this particular topic now, this is based upon entirely the banking system. The bank, how does the bank work? What is the particular way in which the banks receive and sends money? So that's the particular topic. Okay, everyone, let's continue further. Uh, Today I'm going to talk about this is a 3000 plus series. Here comes the first question, which talks about which of the following best describes the accounting procedure followed by a bank under a voucher posting method. Acha everyone, what do you mean by vouchers? Vouchers are super important for any organization. Do you know what's the reason? When we talk about voucher is super important for any organization because this is what they look forward to, है ना? So when we talk about a voucher, it is basically what? A physical form of the transaction evidence, right? Basically, it's a physical evidence where if I really want to understand what happened, all I need to do is just look at the particular physical form of that particular transaction in the form of voucher. See, it can record both cash and non-cash transactions, but there are certain transactions, of course, which are not voucher based as well. So when we talk about this voucher, why is a voucher required? Simple reason a voucher is required so that we can actually check whether the particular person claimed something in their books of accounts. Was it really true or not? So here comes the question. I hope the particular brief was good enough to let you know about the entire topic there. Acha everyone, please share the session, like the session and subscribe to the channel right away as the exam is approaching near. So I hope you are also preparing well for the examination. And I hope you already know the crash course is going on and the revision series would also start soon. So please look forward towards our courses right away because the time is ticking away, everyone. And before the examination arrives, I think that would be a better option to start to have a better preparation. Since it's 10th already, your examinations is starting from 20th, right? So you will be having your first examination on 20th, that is IE and FS. So I hope your preparation for IE and FS is going good. If it's not, then go ahead and check out our revision courses right away because the revision batch is here, and at the same time, everyone, the marathon series is about to start as well. So keep an eye on our YouTube channels every single moment because every single day we are adding much more things. Acha, one more thing. Tomorrow I'm coming up at 6 p.m. for our session there. I'll be taking up a mini marathon on the topic of income tax. So I hope you already are prepared for that particular topic of AFM. If not, then please be there at 6 p.m. Acha, coming back to what we started with. When we talk about the area of voucher, which of the following best describes the accounting procedure followed by a bank under the voucher posting method? The vouchers are entered into books of primary entry first. Acha, does it go into the primary entry? I'm sorry. Does it go in that specific area only? Then the next part that it says is then it is posted to subsidiary ledgers and after daily verification. Vouchers are directly posted into individual accounts and at the end of the day debit and credit vouchers are summarized with total posted to the control accounts of the in the general ledger. Then is the vouchers are posted only after reconciliation with the general ledger trial balance, which is prepared weekly. Vouchers are posted into general ledgers. Subsidiary ledgers are updated at the end of the month end based on the general ledger entries. See, when we talk about the voucher posting, there's one particular thing they clearly say. Vouchers are directly, first of all, posted to their subsidiary accounts itself. There is a reason, everyone. If there's any transaction in my account, say 10,000 rupees were deposited into my account or 20,000 rupees were withdrawn. In both the cases, if it goes into the organization's total and then into my account, it's going to take some time. During that time, I would not be knowing what is happening, and at the same time, there are chances that it can go into the wrong account even and nobody will come to know. So instead of doing this, the better way is that why don't we actually record everything in a certain manner where it goes like this only, that it is first of all taken into my account becomes perfect, matlab even I can see that na कि if I've deposited money and withdrawn money, the same is updated right away. Once that is updated or done in the right manner, then the total is also reconciled in the specific area. That will help the organization to look forward to further na. Which of the following, next question, which of the following statements is true regarding the general ledger? Everyone, in the question it says that which of the following statements is true regarding general ledger trial balance? General ledger trial balance is actually prepared every single day. By the end of the day, they compile everything together and note it down. So let's look at this. It is prepared weekly after consolidating all the subsidy letters and prime entry books. It is prepared daily after summarizing the debit and credit vouchers, posting to the totals of the control in the general ledger. It is only prepared when discrepancies are identified in the cash books and journals. It is only required at the end of the financial quarter for the audit purposes. वैसे तो trial balance plays a very very important role, but in this case I think I can still say that when we talk about this, it is prepared on a daily basis after summarizing the debit as well as the credit voucher. Without any of these vouchers, things cannot work out well, है ना? We need both of these things. चलिए then, let's continue further everyone. It says that which of the following best describes the voucher summary sheets? Summary sheets are again very important because when we have to do the audits, now these play a very, very important role. In the bank accounting system, it says they provide a daily summary of all the transactions processed through cash books, which are later transferred to subsidy. Acha. Then it is they contain detailed entries of all internal accounts, allowing the banks to prepare a trial balance at the end of the week. They summarize all the debit and credit vouchers which are posted to the control accounts or the reconciliation tool between different branches, ensuring inter-branch transactions are accounted for the main branch ledgers. What's going to be the answer? Voucher summary sheets are definitely very important. The correct answer is C only. Again, these are taken from different accounts first and then they are posted to that area. I think the gist of many questions comes out to be the same. If you understand that basic point there, it clearly states that when we talk about these transactions, they are first of all taken into individual accounts for accuracy. Once the individual accounts are sorted, then it goes into the specific complete compilation as well. It's more or less like you put everything in that specific account to make sure that nothing goes here and there, and then you look forward towards the next part, right? Acha. Anyhow, next question. In respect of the realization of the collection instruments sent to other branches of the bank, which document may serve as a debit voucher? There are two kinds of vouchers, everyone: debit voucher and credit voucher. A copy of the collection schedule received from the customer for confirmation. A debit advice prepared by the branch receiving the collection instrument. A pay-in slip filled out by the depositor along with the collection instrument. Or the check issued by the customer requesting by the bank to collect funds on their behalf. among the following which is a debit voucher? अच्छा, debit means expense वाला part and credit means income. ठीक है? Even for the bank it goes like that. So in this case, in respect of the realization of collection instruments, everyone sent to other branches. If I talk about the collection instruments which we are giving to other branches, for this is we are collecting the funds, na. So in this case, when we talk about a this is the answer, B. A debit advice prepared by the branch receiving the collection instrument. You are going to give that particular thing to that particular organization. कि देखिए, the debit voucher is this, and this money is going to be debited in their books of accounts. ठीक है ना? The advice that is prepared, it is given. Which of the following credit transactions involve the preparation of a credit voucher? Achha, everyone, there are two vouchers, debit and the credit voucher, and this is signed by the bank official, in certain cases by the customers as well. A customer depositing money into the current account, payment of government taxes by the customer, then comes deposit of the locker charges by the customer, which credits an income of the bank, and then is the customer requesting a term deposit receipt issued be issued by the bank. See, when we talk about these entire points there, if you they are currently looking forward towards all the areas where they get the transaction which is credit, and where the it has to be properly duly signed by a banker. If something requires to be signed by the bank official, that simply means in this case they have to take care um, of the transaction, because it might relate to the bank itself, isn't it? So the customer depositing money in their current account is not the point, because in this case only their signature is required. So that's never going to be the point. Payment of taxes, again, the deposit is the customer, only their signs are required. You don't need the banks to give a signature. But what about the locker charges, everyone? Locker charges relates to the thing that the person is buying from. The person has availed the benefit from the bank, na, and they are getting these benefits from the bank, so they have to deposit the funds accordingly. है ना? So if you're having locker used by you, so you will have to pay the locker rent charges, है ना? So if someone pays the locker rent charges, then they would give a particular amount to the bank, and bank will not only acknowledge that they are depositing funds, but the bank also has to acknowledge this part, that the person has given their funds back to them, है ना? This is only their funds that is coming back to them. Done, everyone? Anyhow, let's move on and talk about the next point. The next point is related to the specific area of which of the following is an example of transaction that would involve the use of composite voucher. Debit voucher is the one in which we have all the expenses of the bank. चलिए, which of the following is an example of the transaction that would be a composite voucher? पता है there are three kinds of vouchers. One is a debit voucher, one is a credit voucher, and the mixture of both is called composite voucher. A customer deposits fund into their account and simultaneously requests for a demand draft. Okay, then the bank employee rectifies an error where a cash credit account is debited instead of a current account. A depositor submits a check to the credited to their account, which is drawn on another branch of the bank. A customer makes a payment in the term deposit and requests a receipt. If I request a receipt, there's nothing much to do in it. Why? If there's a request that I have made, there is nothing much because of one particular reason. Once I've deposited the funds, then what will happen? That will be clearly shown that it is now deposited. It would be a credit voucher clearly. There's nothing to fight over it, na? So in this case, this particular portion is definitely out of the window. Then we have the bank employee looking for the A, B, C has points where we can say that, but D is definitely out of it. So what's going to be the answer? The answer is going to be B. There's a bank employee who rectifies an error where a cash credit account was debited instead of current account. So in this case, you will have to debit the particular point which has been created wrongly, and a debit has to be created, है ना? When you have to do this way, in this case, what is going to happen? Nothing. You are able to get the particular uh, you get able to get both the debits and the credit side to be considered and to be recorded nicely and properly in this case, है ना? चलिए, next question. What practice is followed by the banks when there are debits or credits of a similar nature to a large number of accounts in the same ledger or group of ledgers? अच्छा, when we talk about debits and credits which are of similar nature, each transaction is individually entered into the ledger and which corresponds to debit and credit for each account. The bank prepares a consolidated voucher for the stationery and encloses the list of all the accounts which are to be debited or credited. The bank waits until the end of the financial period to process the bulk entries into the accounts. That just doesn't make sense. You cannot just increase so much of work by the end of the year. It is a clear suicide. Why? Because the workload's gonna be hell a lot. That's gonna not. This is something which doesn't make sense for sure. The bank issues debits and credit vouchers, advises to customers, and updates the account only after confirmation. Whereas if they wait for the confirmations and other things, then that would be a trouble. More or less, if anybody wants to increase or decrease their funds, then they do it on their own. Then Chali everyone, now let's look at the answer for this question. When we talk about this area, the bank prepares consolidated. Now, in this case, the correct answer is actually B. The reason is the bank prepares a consolidated voucher where it talks about the stationery amount and the accounts which are to be adjusted. They all are updated accordingly. And then there won't be a problem. Everybody, everybody, what's going to be the answer in this case? Chaliye, the correct answer is actually B, na? Right? Let's move on. Which of the following, what process is referred to as balancing of books and banking balance? अच्छा, balancing of books मतलब the debit and credit are adjusted and we find out whatever the course is and whatever the closing balance of that organization is. Reconciling the balances with the subsidiary books with control accounts, verifying the correctness of the customer deposits and withdrawals against the bank's internal transaction logs, or preparing a trial balance of the customer ledgers and agreeing it with the general ledger accounts, which is typically done every 2 weeks. Everyone, what's going to be the answer in terms of balancing of the books? Reconciliation, verifying the correctness of the customer deposits and the other logs, preparing the trial balance. It's going to take years. Everybody, what's gonna be the point there? Preparing a trial balance from the personal account ledgers it with the general ledger controls. All those controls and everything else is gonna help the organization. Then what's gonna be the answer? Preparing a trial balance from the general ledger. In this case, the correct answer is actually C only. You prepare the personal ledgers. Once you manage it out and you balance it up, only then you find the other one. Okay? Everyone, what's gonna be the answer in this case? When we talk about the trial balance, it is basically something which gives you the compilation. So in this case, yes, it helps in ledger control and it makes sure that there are no frauds happening. So that's correct. Acha, before I end the session, everyone, please go through our courses right away. Our courses are currently available at a good discount. The discount's gonna end soon. During this Navratri, you are getting all the benefits. After the Navratri is over, the benefits will definitely be different. So if you're planning for these purchases, and then just make sure you are fired. The more thing that we talk about, this is you need to have that particular point of preparing well for the examination. Na? So that particular thing is, if you really want to grow further, that fire of passion is required. So all you need to do is just check out our website. Look at this part. Uh, Okay, here it is, everyone. Just go on to the area of Adda 24/7. This is our website www.adda247.com, and this is where you will find all our courses. Just click on the area of JIB and CIB and watch for the area of JIB October 2024. What you need to do is just go on to this area, click on the area of this. That is just revision batches also here. If you're planning to purchase it, then just click on this buy now, use the code Y541 and apply it. Once you'll apply this specific code, you can get it for a good discount. So then please go ahead and check it out right away, everyone. 78% discount is going on. Look at this part, everyone. Just open up the Power Pack revision badge and choose the particular code Y541 and get it right away. Please make sure that you are purchasing the courses right away and as early as possible. Thank you so much for being there, everyone, and all the very best for your IE and FS. So, we'll be meeting in the next upcoming sessions as well.